You know that feeling, right? That constant hum of pressure where saying you're crazy busy is almost like expected.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's become the default answer, hasn't it?
Yep.
Almost a status symbol, like you said.
Exactly. Well, we've been diving into this book, Slowing Down, Rediscovering Slow Living Through Modern Happiness, and it asks something pretty profound.
Uh-huh.
Could actually slowing down, hitting the brakes, be the real fix for all this modern burnout and just feeling unhappy?
Yeah, it's a fascinating angle, definitely. Because the book argues that maybe our endless chase for more productivity, more hacks, maybe that's the problem.
Right, that it's undermining us.
Yeah. It talks about the corporate hamster wheel notification anxiety.
Notifications, don't get me started.
I know. And even that weird pressure now to, like, turn every hobby into a side hustle.
Yeah, monetize everything.
And the author, well, they had this pretty stark wake-up call. Fell asleep at a red light.
Whoa.
Yeah, totally exhausted from trying to over-optimize absolutely everything. It really puts things in perspective.
That story really hit me too. And the book goes deep on how hustle culture has sort of twisted our priorities.
How so?
Well, like basic things, sleep, eating proper meals. It suggests we started treating them as, optional luxuries.
As if skipping them makes you tougher or more dedicated. It's backwards logic, really.
It is twisted. And that feeds into the whole tech thing, doesn't it? The constant connection.
Totally. We're told, oh, you need to disconnect. But then there's that FOMO, that fear of, like, vanishing if you're offline for 5 minutes.
So how do you even manage that, unplugging without just becoming a hermit? The book tackles that balancing act.
It does. And it brings up something really simple, almost revolutionary these days.
Which is,
Just the joy of having nothing planned. Like an entire weekend with zero obligations on the calendar.
oh wow, imagine, that sounds amazing, actually. The book calls it liberating.
It is. But when was the last time, honestly, you had that without feeling guilty like you should be doing something productive?
That's the thing, isn't it? That guilt. It creeps in.
And that connects to another point the book makes, kind of humorously, about our obsession with tracking everything. Like needing an intervention because you're logging every tiny coffee purchase. It's this bigger societal thing. Needing metrics for, well, everything, even when it doesn't really matter.
Which makes you think about basic stuff, like eating. The book really champions mindful eating.
Yeah.
Actually sitting down, no screens, just eating a meal.
Okay.
Being present for it, instead of just, shoveling fuel in while scrolling or typing.
Right. Not just refueling on autopilot.
Yeah.
Taking a moment.
Yeah. And it challenges that whole idea that being busy is a personality trait. Like, it makes you more important.
Oh, definitely. It pushes back on that. It encourages finding your own rhythm, a pace that actually works for you long term, not one that just leads to burnout because you're trying to match some crazy external ideal.
The author has this great term, the exhaustion Olympics.
Huh. I like that. Fits perfectly.
It's that unspoken contest to see who's the most stressed, the most overworked. And the book's solution isn't like, quit your job and move to a cabin.
No, it's more realistic.
Right. It's about consciously opting out of that specific competition, making smaller, sustainable shifts.
And a big part of that, I think, is shifting how we define success.
Okay, how so?
Well, instead of just counting how many tasks you ticked off a list.
Quantity over quality.
Exactly. The book suggests focusing on the meaningfulness. Was what you did actually impactful? Was it quality time, quality work? It's a different lens.
It seems pretty clear who this book will resonate with.
Yeah. Who do you think?
Anyone who's, checking work emails at midnight, or maybe Googling signs of burnout on their phone while they do it.
Guilty as charged, probably, for many listeners.
So this deep dive really offers a counter-narrative. It's not about finding a better productivity hack. It's about maybe stepping off that treadmill altogether.
And, crucially, it's not saying do nothing. Slowing down isn't inactivity. It's about creating intentional space.
Space for what matters.
Exactly. Space for things that genuinely nourish you, which hopefully leads to a life that feels more meaningful and, less unhappy.
Which leads us to a final thought to leave everyone with. Just think about one small area, one little corner of your life.
Okay.
Where could consciously deciding to slow down, even just a tiny bit, make the experience richer, more enjoyable? What's the first thing that pops into your head?